What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of the CubCast. As we continue to explore the latest news stories from around the world of music in general. We're based here in the UK, so there are a lot of very cool international stories popping up at the moment as the world becomes more and more, I suppose, inclusive of international music flavour, especially here in the UK. Today, we are here to discuss one of the biggest acts in one of my favourite sounds, which is, of course, international Afrobeats flavour, and we are going to be looking at the potential, well, we've now seen confirmed album release date for a artist that I've got a lot of time for. First of all, a massive shout out to each and every one of you supporting the channel. I cannot thank you enough. We're skyrocketing towards 32,000 subscribers as we speak. We've actually just hit the highest amount of daily plays we ever have done on the channel as of yesterday, so big up each and every one of you who has been following what we're doing on the channel. If you are new, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Now, today, we're going to be talking about something very interesting, which is, as I said, the official release date of an album from an artist that I have got a lot of time for, someone I've reacted to a lot on this channel, and that is, of course, Simi. She has taken to social media to announce the launch of her brand new album. She actually went online a couple of hours ago. I've only just seen the news, so we're reporting on it straight away on today, which is Tuesday, May the 3rd, for people reading back in the future, to make the official announcement that, to be honest, will be released on the 3rd of June 2022, so we are a month away from this being released. Now, going back over her history individually, this will be her 5th studio album, and I believe this will be her first full project since 2020, which was the Restless 2 EP, which had a fair few interesting tracks on there. Obviously, she's been very busy. She's had a child, for one, which is obviously going to take up a fair bit of time. Obviously, she's been busy with Nigerian Idol as well, and a lot of other live shows, but she has been still releasing music over the last few months alongside all of this busyness, which is really exciting to see. Just last week, I think it was, she was on the official remix of Adua with Leah. Alongside that, she was also on Confam as well with Dreamo, I think it was. We also saw her release Sorry towards the beginning of this year, which again is a really, really catchy tune, kind of interweaving almost like post-disco flavors into that one. And again, 2021 was quite a busy year for her as well, despite the fact there wasn't a full project, at least one that we saw get released. It rounded off with So Bad, but before that we saw Woman. Again, that was one of my favourite releases of last year, period, from any artist. We also saw Happy Birthday with her alongside Adekunle and Deja, and then also Running with Shike as well. So she hasn't been like completely distant. She's still been releasing a fair bit of music, but we haven't seen that big overall project land just yet. Now, obviously, she has been working on other things. I know she was engineering for Adekunle Gold's project, that got released obviously earlier this year. I know she is quite heavily into the production side of things and the mixing side of things, as far as I'm aware, with the projects that she releases. So it's good that time is being taken on this. But let's have a little look at what we could potentially expect to see from this, because obviously there are collabs on there that we want to see. Personally, I would love to hear an Amaray collab on this project. I don't know if these two have released anything together before. I don't know if they know if they're like pally or whatever, but that's a collaboration vocally I think would sound absolutely fantastic. I know these two have very unique vocal textures, and I always find it interesting hearing people with very unique vocal textures come together on a tune. I'd also love to hear a follow-up to Jericho, which for me, with Pato Rankin, is my favourite Simi tune. There's something so infectious about that tune. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I listen to that, and it puts me right back into a much better mood. I've got to say, there's something really enjoyable about the way that tune sounds. And just in general, I'd like to see, obviously, another link-up with Adekunle Gold, who, obviously, they're together. They're in the house together. I'm pretty sure Simi Studio is in her house as well, so the odds are they may well be collaborating on something. Whenever they've collaborated before, it's always sounded good. And yeah, they work vocally together. But again, it'll be an interesting one seeing which tracks we actually see land onto the album. I'm going to presume that both Woman and So Bad will be tracks that have been previously released that we will see on the album, but we don't know. We really don't know. I've seen so many projects drop this year that have had no, like, previous singles on there. They've just been, like, completely out of the blue. Here's a full set of new releases. And also, we have only got a month until this drops. So what I would take the presumption of is that we will see likely a couple of singles over the next 2 weeks or so. And then the release of the full album with a leading single the evening before. That's what I would expect. And that also means we're likely to see a few more music videos. And obviously, as you can probably tell by the enthusiasm I have talking about this project at the moment, that we'll be doing them and reacting to them here on the channel. Obviously, you'll be getting a full album review as well. This is something that I'm very excited for. It's been so long since we saw a full project from Simi. She's one of my favorite artists in the world right now. Again, as soon as I hear unique vocal textures, that's something that always pulls me in, and I think Simi is someone who is able to do that on so many different sorts of sounds and styles. She's always the highlight when she drops tunes. You know, she's always this kind of like standout vocal. Obviously, she had one of my favorite vocals of the year as well on the Basket Mouth project, which for me is still undoubtedly one of the strongest album drops of this year. At some point, I am going to put together like my favorite albums list for the year. But that was an incredible project overall, and she was one of my favorite vocals on that project in general. I'm trying to think who else was on it. I'm pretty sure it was, I'm just going through my Spotify in front of me. Yeah, with Johnny Drill and M.I. Abega, that was Love and Life. Now, that's a tune I was playing on radio very, very regularly, and again, it shows just how versatile Simi can be when she really, really puts her mind to it, which I absolutely love to see, and her vocal on that absolutely kills it. And Johnny Drill's vocal is amazing as well, but for me, very clearly, Love and Life is the standout tune of that project. But it's where we now get interesting is what collaborations that we won't expect. What collaborations are there likely to be that we didn't see coming? To be honest, I can imagine a collaboration with the Cavemen sounding absolutely fantastic. Even someone like a Jibo Hustlers, or someone kind of out there, someone a little bit more kind of unexpected, or maybe even someone on a larger scale like a CK or a kind of Omar Lay or a Fireboy DML. All of these would make sense because whenever we hear Simi collaborations, they do always seem to make sense, in my honest opinion. But there we go. Guys, let me know your thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what your kind of dream collaborations for Simi would be on this project. How long do we think the album will be? I think this will be a feature-length project. It's been so long since we last heard something. Her last EP was 7 or 8 tracks, if I'm not mistaken. And it's been over 2 years since that dropped. I would love to see a full kind of 16-track drop on this one. And we know from the socials that it will be dropping, as I said before. Let me just dive back into my notes. It's going to be dropping on the 3rd of June 2022, so we have a month to go until this one lands, which is very, very exciting stuff indeed. But there we go, guys. Let me know your thoughts. Do we reckon this is going to be one of the strongest albums of the year? I won't lie to you, I wasn't even aware it was being released this year. I knew she was in the studio working on a project, but I wasn't aware that this was going to be such a quick release in regards to in-between announcement and album dropping. We've got a month of waiting before the project drops, and I'm so excited. So there we go. As always, friends, hopefully you have enjoyed this news update video here on the CubCast. It's been very enjoyable to put this one together. I did my research before jumping on, and I've got my notes in front of me as always. We want to make sure the reporting we're doing on this channel is valid and it's not kind of scruffy. But there we go. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, please make sure you're getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff, and we shall see you all next time. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and we'll catch you later. Peace.
Them sounding so good right now. My they sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.